That's the beauty of this game.
Well, this looks good.
Certainly is.
Frank, the Open Championship will be played at Royal Troon in 2016. It was first played back in 1923. What was first prize then?
A mere 75 pounds, so that equates to about 150 US dollars. And just to give you an idea, the last time they played there, Rich, was back in 2004 when Todd Hamilton beat Ernie Els. He got a whopping 720,000 pounds. That's right, nearly $1.5 million.
The money's nice, but every player would tell you, Frank, it is still all about that claret jug.
It is, and that's actually suited the Americans because since 1962, they've been to Troon 6 times, and 6 times the victor has been American.
Birdie here yesterday, trying to do it again today. No problems early, looks good.
It does look good. This bodes well. We might be in for a very, very low round today.
Frank, looking at the third, what are the sort of key decisions that you have to make?
There's 2 bunkers down the left. They're not really the issue. They're the burn. That's about 285 yards. This is not a hole, really. You just take the driver out and swing away. Just something that stays up short of that's just going to leave you a short iron in.
He just blasted that one down the fairway. Out there about 325 yards. Slight waggle, relaxed arms, ready to go. Well, that's how you do it. Hit it close, take the pressure off that putt. That one should be no problem. Frank going for another birdie here.
Just to get on a real roll.
And that's a birdie. Here's the first par 5 on the golf course. It's the 4th hole. Frank, how good of a scoring opportunity is this?
Certainly one of the best opportunities on the front side. There's 3 bunkers, but really the one that you focus on is the one on the right. If you can carry that, that's certainly the one to take on because that ball will kick a lot further down the fairway. And sometimes you can be left with just a mid-iron into this green.
Outstanding tee shot.
Yeah, ball sitting up. You don't have to worry about the wind or anything there. You just take a full-blooded cut at the second shot from here. There's a bunker over there.
I think he's headed for it. Sometimes you get breaks, and he got one right there.
Yeah, I guess the bunker was a little smaller than I thought it was. That looked doomed for that.
Speed wasn't bad on that long putt, but the read wasn't very good. Getting set now over the putt. Just slides by.
Yeah, can't afford to miss too many of those out here today.
Just a little tap in here. That's how you keep a round going. Make them from that distance. At the par 3 fifth, ready to get this hole started.
Prevailing breeze once again should be coming from the water, which is on the right. That makes that tee shot a little bit more difficult because it pushes the ball to those 3 bunkers on the left side.
Offline, and I think that one's headed for the rough. That's a bit offline in the rough. Second shot coming out of the rough here. Pretty good shot right there. So has the par. Moving on to the next hole, and the lead, Frank, is very much intact. Now to the 601-yard behemoth par 5 6th hole. You can pay the steep price here, Frank, for a mistake.
You can. You can't reach this green with your tee shot, so there's no reason to even try. A good drive, if it bounds down the right side and will eventually go left, would perhaps give you a chance to reach this par 5 and 2. But this is one tee shot to concentrate on.
That one came right off the meat of the bat. He really laid into that.
More than got a piece of that.
Nice position, short grass, second shot. That was just a gutsy shot right there, and a good look at eagle coming up.
It's at sneaky distance. Give me a break, Rich. Your mum could make that.
Ooh, that's a disappointment, Frank. Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. So the dominant performance continues.
Yeah, we're watching two tournaments right now, the one at the top and the rest.
Ball's teed up, ready to fly here at the 7th.
Yeah, it's a slight elevated tee, so you see all the problems in front of you. A couple of bunkers down the left, two down the right, but it's links golf, so you know where you've got to go. That's in between them.
Can't ask for much more here at the 7th. He has hit a good one. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Put a birdie on the card here yesterday, don't forget. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Now the 8th hole, and if the wind permits, you can take some extra club, sort of get it up in the air and land it softly on the green. I guess the last thing you want is to come in hot and roll it off this postage stamp green.
Well, you really don't want that ball going right either. Those two bunkers down the right side, they're the deepest ones, and they must be avoided.
Good swing, good shot yet again. That is classy.
Yeah, a chance of going in.
This hole's been good to him. Birdie yesterday, and trying for another one today. Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie, and what a day it's been. Frank, the 9th hole, 423 yards, not especially long by today's standards. You're looking to make birdie here, or you happy to make a par and move on to the back 9?
Well, there's certainly a chance for birdie. One of the hardest things about the 9th is the raised green. And it's sort of, there's two tiers here, just the top level. If that pin is on the top level, then you would certainly walk away with 4 very happily.
And now it's right in his wheelhouse, good position where he can attack the pin.
Yeah, he has all those options now. That ball's sitting up, you can bring it in high, you can bring it in low. The choice is yours.
Terrific golf shot. And now that for an easy birdie. Settles in over the putt. You'll love them, the birdies, and that's another one. Setting up to start the back 9 here, and if it's anywhere near as good as the front 9, Frank Hill will be very happy with his score at the end of the day.
Yeah, the hardest thing right now is to just keep doing the same thing without focusing on the score.
He has given this one the full treatment. Perfect release through the ball. And this shot, he is on the fairway, over 300 yards. And he's set up for his second shot here, looking to knock it on the green. That's good stuff right there. Wonderful approach, and now a really good look at birdie. Made par yesterday, this one for birdie. Frank, I thought that was in. Well, that would have been a bonus had it gone in, but still, reasonable chance for par here.
Yeah, there's no damage. You're not going to birdie every hole.
That's disappointing. He misses the par putt, and he'll have this for bogey. Trying to get out of here without too many bumps and bruises. This one is for bogey. Well, that's why you build a big lead. You can afford to drop one or two.
Well, it's hard to criticize a player for being sloppy when the lead is that big.
Standing over the ball here at the par 4 11th. Frank, quite a hole.
The tee shot is so important here. This is one tee shot. If you miss, you will pay the price deeply.
Good contact, good result. Frank, this really is kind of a good lesson. You and I had said earlier that it looked gloomy, but you dig in, you keep fighting, and something good happens.
You have to credit his composure. This looks like it's going to find the target.
Really good distance control there, playing well to his strengths. Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. Count that for a birdie. Back here at the 12th, and this is a hole that heads back towards the water. You might not see your tee shot land over the ridge in the middle of the fairway here, Frank, so what's the best strategy?
Well, it's called the fox, and you have to be cunning like a fox here. This one has a slight bend to the right, and a little like the previous hole, this is another fairway that certainly requires your best tee shot.
Outstanding tee shot.
Yeah, ball's sitting up. You don't have to worry about the wind or anything there. You just take a full-blooded cut at the second shot from here.
Chance to set himself up for a good scoring opportunity with his second shot here. That will be a great look at birdie. Birdie here yesterday. This putt again for birdie. Wow, I thought that was in. So just a formality here. And he has it.
A good putt redeems all.
And now the tee shot here at the 472-yard par 4 13th.
A hole that bends to the right, ideally hit it down the left side, and then you're playing to a raised two-tiered green.
Good strike, good lie, good chance to attack the pin. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
That's well played. Now a good look at birdie.
It's no snack, though.
Frankie took plenty of time on this birdie putt. He looked at it from 3 different angles. He forgot one very important ingredient.
Yeah, pace. You can definitely fall in love with the line, even with approach shots as well, but obviously we see it more on putting.
Good roll. Heading for home now, Frank, the par 3 14th, just under 180 yards. What's the key here?
Well, it's rather narrow at the front there. There's 3 bunkers, but it's the second 2 that you really worry about that narrow the front of the screen up. Plus, the front is slightly raised, so ideally you want it to fly it more towards the middle where it starts to widen up.
Really in control of this hole. Birdie yesterday and another opportunity on the way. Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business.
Great, too.
Beautiful. At the 15th, this par 4 is over 480 yards.
The key here really is the 3 bunkers, 2 on the left, 1 on the right. 260 yards gets you past that. If you find the fairway here, then you don't have to worry about the 3 bunkers that are short of this green.
It's nice to roll in a 25-footer now and then. Those feel good. But still, there's nothing like hitting that perfect tee ball. Long and straight.
Yeah, you can puff out your chest, last to play, the advantage, hole shorter. Basically, the list goes on.
Just a superb shot.
You're not going to see much better than that all day today.
Now the lone par 5 on the back 9, the 16th, and while you might be thinking birdie here, you may want to think again. What are the options off the tee, Frank?
Well, really, there's only one option, and that's keep it short of that burn, which is 280 yards. So that makes that 540 yards play that much longer.
Frank, what's the key? You just hit one OB.
Somehow forget what's just happened. Otherwise, the same thing's liable to happen.
Third shot now after having gone OB. Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on that. Easy birdie.
You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. 17th here at Royal Troon. This is a very strong par 3, isn't it, Frank?
Well, if rabbits have teeth, then this is why it's called rabbit. Very, very strong par 3.
Good swing, good shot yet again. Didn't check, Frank.
Yeah, just not enough spin on that, really. I mean, that almost like took that first bounce and just ricocheted forward.
Second shot coming out of the rough here. Ooh, what a shot right there. Beautifully done. Frank, you've played in and contended at so many major championships. It's not a major if the finishing hole doesn't present a real challenge. What do you think of Royal Troon's finishing hole?
Well, it's not just the 18th hole, Rich, too. It's 16, 17, and 18 because the prevailing breeze, especially at the Open Championship time of the year, which is the second week in July, is normally back into it. So you look at that 464 yards, that's well bunkered off the tee, 3 on the left, 1 on the right, into a puffer breeze, and you've got yourself a great finishing hole.
How'd you like that strike?
That was top of the tree.
Not a gimme, but well within his range. Continues to amaze, yet another birdie, and what a day it's been. Frank, that front page of the leaderboard has been looking good all week.
You're exactly right, Rich. I think our winner is certainly going to come from that list right now. I'm excited for tomorrow's final round.
EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live final round coverage of the International Challenge.
Long and straight.
That's how you do it. Well, that's just how you envision it when you walk to the first tee. High and deep, right in the middle of the fairway. Good way to start. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Making it look easy at this point. Another beautiful approach shot. So coming off the birdie on the previous hole, a chance now for yet another one.
And momentum all in his favor. Great start.
Frank, another great example of links golf. It's not a particularly long hole, but there is trouble if you hit it offline.
Yeah, there's a bunker down there at about 280 yards that has to be avoided. Only the long hitters or perhaps the wind behind your back is the reason to take that bunker on.
And that's going to stay on the fairway here at the second hole. And he's set up for his second shot here, looking to knock it on the green. Another good swing, and it looks like, Frank, another really good shot. Good chance now for a birdie. That was an outstanding play.
Well, it's almost a guarantee there after that shot.
So a tester from 4 feet. Frank, we have said it over and over. Another birdie. Frank, looking at the third, what are the sort of key decisions that you have to make?
There's 2 bunkers down the left. They're not really the issue. They're the burn. That's about 285 yards. This is not a hole, really. You just take the driver out and swing away. Just something that stays up short of that's just going to leave you a short iron in.
That is a fantastic long shot.
There's no way he could hit that without a tail breeze. Surely that breeze had to help then.
Setting up for an approach shot here. This has really been a challenge all day long with these winds coming from different directions, changing speeds. It's gone from 15 upwards to 25 miles per hour. Really a test for the players. Good, clean contact and a nice result, and a chance for birdie coming up. This hole's been good to him. Birdie yesterday, and trying for another one today. Wow, what a birdie. Hole number 4, Frank, can you cut the corner on the tee shot on this dogleg right par 5?
Well, Rich, you have to guarantee you can carry the ball at least 280 yards. That bunker that protects that side is the big problem if you go down the right.
Outstanding tee shot.
Yeah, ball sitting up. You don't have to worry about the wind or anything there. You just take a full-blooded cut at the second shot from here. Second shot.
Frank couldn't ask for anything more.
Just the lie there, too. It is sitting up like it's teed up.
And he's set up for his third shot here, looking to get it on the green with this. And it makes the green in regulation.
It's that sneaky distance.
Beautiful stroke right there. Finds the bottom of the cup with ease. On to the 5th hole now, Frank, and this is really where the old course starts to test the golfers. It's just over 200 yards. You happy with a par 3 here?
You are. This is one of the toughest shots, certainly on the outward 9. There's 4 bunkers of this par 3. You don't really worry about the one that's short left, but the one just on the front right of the green is the biggest concern. You've either got to go around it or carry it.
See if he can go one better than yesterday when he made par. This putt for birdie. Frank, that looked good to me. Good try, just didn't quite read the break, Frank.
It shouldn't be a problem, you'd think, cleaning up here for par.
Just 5 feet left. So has the par. Moving on to the next hole in the lead, Frank is very much intact. Frank, it's all about the difficult rough off the right-hand side of the green here at the hole they call the slopes.
Yeah, 600 plus yards par 5, so really you don't want to be flirting with that right side. Oh, that's fine.
Frank, this is just a pleasure to watch. A player hitting on all cylinders at the top of his game.
Notice it's just flowing too. There's not a lot of deep analysis going through his mind. Just one step in front of the other. If your swing's there, you don't have to find it. If your putting stroke's there, you don't have to find it. Just let it happen.
That was just a gutsy shot right there, and a good look at Eagle coming up. See if he can give his round a real big boost. This putt is for Eagle.
You want to know the difference between good scores and average scores? That.
Right there. Getting set now over the putt. Wow, he got robbed, Frank.
No, it's like kissing your mother-in-law.
Clean this up with a tap. Did the job right there. Moving inland now, Frank, the par 4 7th hole. Do you even think about carrying those bunkers on the right?
Not really, Rich. You're trying to work that ball off the left side, because if you get caught up on the hills there on the right, then all of a sudden you can start making 5s, 6s, and all sorts of weird and wonderful numbers.
Excellent looking shot here. Can't ask for much more here at the 7th. He has hit a good one. Chance to get it close here. That should be pretty good right there. On the safe side. We just saw a player in total control of what he's doing. Didn't miss a green in regulation all day long. Birdie try again here today. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. All right, Frank, as we arrive at the par 3 8th, the only thing I can think of is if a 71-year-old guy can make an ace here, well then, so can our gamers.
Well, they certainly can. At 123 yards, well, you think it'd be, well, shouldn't it be called the postage stamp? Go with too much club, it's one you'll airmail.
This is a 16-footer. I thought that was in.
Yeah, it looked good. I mean, line, pace, it's hard to be critical of that.
Good chance here. Currently at 5 under par. Workmanlike hole. He walks away with a par. Frank, how does the front 9 finish up with this par 4?
Well, the par 4 ninth is called the Monk. It's not overly long, 423 yards, dogleg to the right. Just one bunker down the left to be avoided.
Pretty good drive here.
Another straight one.
This is how the game is supposed to be played. This has been just outstanding. Beautiful to watch. Chance to set himself up for a good scoring opportunity with his second shot here. Oh, can't hide the flagstick from that man. Drops it in. Well, that was a nearly flawless performance on the front side, but Frank, we know it's an 18-hole game, isn't it?
That's right. Now's not the time to pat yourself on the back.
Interesting, with the almost space-age advancements in golf equipment, what with new, lighter materials, and with the increased focus on fitness and strength, players are hitting the ball longer than ever. That has forced architects to lengthen the golf courses without sacrificing the integrity or the shot value of the original design. Put a birdie on the card here yesterday, don't forget. Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. Oh, man.
I just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts. Frank, what happened to Jack Nicklaus here at the 11th hole back in 1962?
Yeah, that was his rookie year. He was actually looking at making 2 majors in a row. He just won the US Open. Came to the 10th hole, and, well, he made one more than 10, 11 to be precise. So you never know. If you make a 5 or a 6, that's not so bad when you consider what happened to Jack Nicklaus all the way back in 1962.
Good tee shot, right in the fairway, and plenty long. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Good looking shot right here. Beautiful approach shot there and a good chance to take advantage. Now this for birdie. Came away with a bogey on the previous round. Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie. And what a day it's been. Back here at the 12th, and this is a hole that heads back towards the water. You might not see your tee shot land over the ridge in the middle of the fairway here, Frank, so what's the best strategy?
Well, it's called the fox, and you have to be cunning like a fox here. This one has a slight bend to the right, and a little like the previous hole, this is another fairway that certainly requires your best tee shot.
That's a good spot right there.
Center cut.
Caught that one flush, Frank. That was beautiful.
What was the movie again? Dead, solid, perfect.
.115 yards. Safely aboard. Boy, this could be a tough one right here, Frank.
It's a very long putt, Rich. Obviously, it's difficult, but he still has a shot to sink this one for birdie.
That would have been a real bonus had it dropped, but as it is, good putt. Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. And he makes it for par. Frank beginning to head towards home. This is the 13th of par 4.
Another dogleg right. Problem isn't really the tee shot here, even though there's undulations and mounds all over the fairway. Second shot's played uphill to an elevated green.
Those are good numbers right there. 320, 320 yards. Just crushed it in the fairway. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag. Should be safely on deck.
Nice approach shot. He'll be happy with that. See if he can go one better than yesterday when he made par. This putt for birdie.
Oh, how did that miss?
Are you kidding me? I mean, that one was dead center. Not a gimme, but well within his range. And he has it.
A good putt redeems all.
On the tee here at 14, it's another par 3, Frank.
You don't get caught looking at the front of the green. That's where it's at its most narrow. Ideally, something that pitches just into the top of that mound.
Good, clean contact, and a nice result, and a chance for birdie coming up.
It's at sneaky distance.
Come on, don't do that.
Cruel lip out.
Just a little tap in here. He's made it. Frank, what kind of par 3 is the 14th here?
You can get sucked in here. Just 180 yards, which isn't considered that long. But if you look too much at the front of the green, you're going to see that's where the protection is.
Good contact, good result. Frank, you played in conditions all over the world. Here come the winds now. What's the mindset?
Well, this is really what separates the men from the boys. This is where you've got to tell yourself it's an advantage to you. Obviously, the scores will go up a little bit, given the conditions. But once again, this is going to suit the stronger player today.
You like the old phrase, swing easy when it's breezy?
Definitely when you're hitting it into a head breeze. But down breeze, tee it up a little bit, try and ride that wind some more.
Really in control of this hole. Birdie yesterday and another opportunity on the way. This hole's been good to him. Birdie yesterday, trying for another one today. Everybody loves him. Birdie on the card. Now the lone par 5 on the back nine, the 16th, and while you might be thinking birdie here, you may want to think again. What are the options off the tee, Frank?
Well, really, there's only one option, and that's keep it short of that burn, which is 280 yards. So that makes that 540 yards play that much longer.
Oh, look out, Frank. Where's this one headed?
This is definitely rough, Rich, off the tee.
Second shot from the rough. It's on the way. So missed the fairway, and now he's back where he needs to be.
Yeah, minimize the problems.
Third shot, looking for a good one. On the green, and a chance for birdie. Just a tap in to finish the hole. Okay, no problem with that one. 17th here at Royal Troon. This is a very strong par 3, isn't it, Frank?
Well, if rabbits have teeth, then this is why it's called rabbit. Very, very strong par 3. Second shot.
And he's made it onto the green.
Dwindling the holes down. Piles are fine right now.
Frank, at the 1989 Open Championship, Greg Norman was in great position in that playoff with Mark Calcavecchi, and I believe it was Wayne Grady. What happened to Norman?
Well, he started off tremendous in the playoff. The playoff was 1, 2, 17, and 18. He birdied the first and the second hole. Missed the 17th green just on the left. Took 3 from the edge, which allowed Calcavecchi and Wayne Grady back in. Then took driver up off 18. It bounced just one hop too far and found that bunker on the right side. And of course, the rest was history, and Mark Calcavecchi was crowned the Open champion.
Great white sharks, so often so unlucky at major championships. I mean, he just blasted it down the fairway, well over 325 yards. Frank, obviously here at 18, you do not want to be long.
Yeah, err on the side of caution here. You're exactly right. You'd rather be 30 feet short of this flag than 30 feet over the back of this green, because it might just be out of bounds.
So maybe a nice way to finish up with a good approach here to the 18th and a good chance for birdie to win the International Challenge. Well, there's an opportunity wasted.
Just knock it in for a par, and let's forget about this one. Golf is not about perfect, but it is going to hurt the course.
Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. And that wraps up the final round. Just a great performance by our champion today.
Couldn't agree more, Rich. I think this one will have to go down in the books as an absolute classic. Fantastic play, not only in the course today, but all week long.